What's up, Ranger Nation? It's your boy Jerome, and I am here today with Ranger Talk. I think this is episode 4 of Ranger Talk. So, there's been a lot of stuff that's happened this week in Ranger news. Not the thing that we want to hear about, like a trailer for Beast Morphers, the theme song for Beast Morphers. We haven't had any of that this week, but, overall, it's been a pretty good week in Ranger news. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start with the video. Alright, so since I was just talking about Beast Morphers, we're just going to jump right into it. Like I said, there's no news about Beast Morphers. We don't know when the premiere date is. We don't know the theme song. We don't have a trailer. We don't have anything for Beast Morphers at this current moment. There has been some talks that, it might premiere in March or March or April, I think. I'm kind of hoping it's still February, but we are literally we got one more week left of January, and we still have not saw anything or heard anything from Beast Morphers. So looks like this March thing might be a possibility. Now, what we do know that there are some Valentine's Day cards out right now with Beast Morphers, which I'm not into Valentine's Day, so I probably will not be purchasing the Valentine's Day cards. The other thing that we do know about Beast Morphers is that the cast, they're currently in New Zealand and they're filming season 2 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. We don't know a whole lot about, season 2 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers. I think the only thing right now that we do know about Beast Morphers is that there is a season 2. So we're not sure if it's a super season, because we know for the past 8 years we've had super season after super season. When the super seasons first came about with Power Rangers Samurai, when they announced that, there would be 2 years of it and it would be Super Samurai, I'm like, okay, I hate the title, but I'm cool with having 2 years of the same cast. Then we got Samurai, and I was like, okay, I'm ready for this cast to be done. Then we went to Megaforce, and I'm like, okay, Megaforce, fresh start, new cast. Got Megaforce, then we got Super Megaforce, and Super Megaforce to me was a super mega letdown. I absolutely hate Super Megaforce. I think I hate Super Megaforce just as much as I hate Samurai and Operation Overdrive. Then we got Dino Charge. Dino Charge made up for the mess that Samurai, Super Samurai, Megaforce, and Super Megaforce were. Then we got Dino Supercharge, which it was decent, but Dino Supercharge let me down as well. Then we got Ninja Steel and Super Ninja Steel, which weren't that good to me. So I'm hopeful, I'm optimistic when it comes to Beast Morphers. Like I said, we still have nothing about Beast Morphers season 1. So we just don't know how season 1 is going to play out. And then, there's a lot of talk about will they continue Beast Morphers season 2 with the Gold Buster suits, or will they, use a different adaptation, which I kind of hope they do use a different adaptation. I'm not sure which one I would hope for, but I'm hopeful that season 2 of Beast Morphers, maybe it can be a play on like, Power Rangers, Power Rangers Turbo, when the Rangers lost their power, when Divatox destroyed the power chamber and the Rangers lost their powers and they went into space, they met Andros and they got the space powers. Or I hope something like, Mighty Morphin season 3, when, the Rangers returned back into kids. Then the Alien Rangers came in, and then the Alien Rangers went back to Aquitar, and the Rangers went on the quest for before they went back to Aquitar, the Rangers went on the quest for the Zeo Crystals, got the Zeo Crystal. Rito and Goldar destroyed the command center, which turned into the power chamber, and the Rangers got their Zeo powers. So I'm hoping Beast Morphers season 2 is something like that, something what Megaforce and Super Megaforce should have been. But, again, we are not going to talk about Megaforce or Super Megaforce. But like I said, hopeful and optimistic when it comes to Beast Morphers. That is my goal with Beast Morphers. I'm going to review it, and I pray that it is half as good as the fans are expecting it to be. All right, you guys. So before I get to the biggest thing that happened in Ranger news this week, I'm going to talk about some stuff that has, something else that came up this week, and something that had been out some news that had been come out. I just didn't get on camera to talk about it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They're back and ready to own again. So it looks like Shout Factory is releasing the complete first season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in a special steelbook edition. So it features Zach's Ranger helmet on the box, and the brand new packaging. Well, I printed this out. So the product will mark yet another release of the complete season on DVD. So for fans who have yet to pick it up, the DVD will feature all 60 episodes of the hit TV show that blasted Power Rangers into the halls of pop culture. So the steelbook will be released on April 16th of this year. You can pre-order it currently at $27.99. Shout Factory, wait a minute, I didn't know that. They first released the Power Rangers Season 1 as part of a steelbook edition back in 2018 in celebration of the franchise's 25th anniversary. The company now appears set on breaking apart that box set into individual releases for each of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers seasons, although an individual release of Season 2 and Season 3 have yet to be confirmed. Fans who purchased the box set will recall it came bundled with a special steelbook Blu-ray edition. Oh, okay, so that's which one that is. So that's the one that came with the Blu-ray version of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie that came out in 1995, which I actually had that. I still have the VHS tape of that, and I actually a few years ago I was in Walmart, and Walmart had a DVD with Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in it. So I bought that, and actually I don't even know why I bought it. It was like $5. I just said, you know what? Why not buy it? I mean, I have it on VHS. I actually have 2 copies of it on VHS. So the reason why I have 2 copies of it on VHS is because when I was a kid, I wore my first VHS that I won. No, my mom bought it for me for something. I forgot what she bought it to me for. But I wore it out, and the tape literally split in half. I'm like, oh. And then she bought me another one. So now I have 2. And then as I got older, I'm like, why don't I just put some tape on it? And it works like magic. Like the magic of tape. And then also, so Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, that DVD will be coming out pretty soon. Actually, it comes out on February 5th. The complete season. It contains all 22 episodes of Super Ninja Steel. It will include the Halloween episode and the Christmas episode. Good God, I hate those. And then the set will also, so the set contains 3 discs. It includes the 25th anniversary episode, Dimensions in Danger. So with this one, we don't know which version of Dimensions in Danger it will include, because you remember they aired Dimensions in Danger last year, and then I think a few days later they showed a little different part of it where we saw Tommy with the Master Morpher, where he morphed into the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger, the White Tiger Ranger, the Green Ranger, the White Ranger, Red Zeo Ranger. And he morphed into the Black Dino Thunder Ranger. He didn't morph into the Red Turbo Ranger. Interesting. So I wonder when it comes to the Red Turbo Ranger, which this is really something that still has not bothered me, but it still baffled me since the Dimensions in Danger episode. So Tommy never morphed into the Red Turbo Ranger to my recollection. And when you think about the Red Turbo Ranger, even when we go back to Power Rangers Wild Force, Forever Red, Tommy morphed into the Red Zeo Ranger in Forever Red, and TJ morphed into the Red Turbo Ranger. So I wonder if they that's interesting. That is really interesting, though, to be quite honest with you, because in Dimensions in Danger, TJ returned, and TJ morphed into the blue Space Ranger. So, and then Catherine, she morphed into the pink Turbo Ranger instead of Zeo Ranger 1 Pink. Like, I would have preferred to see Catherine as Zeo Ranger 1 Pink, because that is hers. Like, she made Zeo Ranger 1 Pink her. That was completely her own. And when I think of the Turbo team, I typically think of Ashley, Cassie, Carlos, TJ, and Justin. Those are the ones that I think of when it comes to Turbo. And when it comes to Zeo, you got Rocky, Adam, Aish, Rocky, Adam, Tanya, Catherine, Tommy, and Trey and Jason as the Gold Rangers. So, but if you guys, I'm gonna try to put the links down for the Steelbook that you guys can order and for the Super Ninja Steel DVD, which I need to go ahead and pre-order that DVD so I can have it on February 5th to complete my collection. Although I'm probably not going to even watch it because I don't even watch Ninja Steel like that. I only watch. So when it comes to Neo Saban Power Rangers on DVD, I just bought them all to have a collection. But I don't even really watch anything but Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge. I don't watch Samurai. I don't watch Super Samurai. I don't watch Mega Force, and I don't watch Super Mega Force. So I kind of waste my money just a little bit, but maybe one day I'm gonna binge watch them. I don't know. We'll go saga by saga. The Saban era by era. I meant to say, the original Saban era, the Disney era, and the Neo Saban era. But we're gonna move on to the thing that I really, really came on camera to talk about. All right, so I was sitting at work, and my coworker one of my coworkers, two of them actually know that I'm a hardcore Power Rangers fan, and he was on his phone. He said, "Gerald, do you know?" Yeah, everybody call me Gerald. I go by Jerome in my personal life. He's like, "Gerald, do you know they are releasing something for Power Rangers?" I said, "What?" And he showed me his phone. He's like, "It's a game that they're releasing." I'm like, "No." Then I'm like, I follow Power Rangers now, and I always get updates when he tweets something, and I didn't get an update about that. So I looked at his phone, and lo and behold, we have a game that's coming this year. So I'm just gonna read off about this game. So Power Rangers are coming to console video game systems. This April, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid will release to Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PS as developed by Hasbro and Inway. So Inway are the ones who has the Legacy Wars game. So the game will be available for digital download at $19.99, bringing an entirely new fighting game experience to the Power Rangers franchise. Gamers will find the brand new gameplay mechanics similar to Marvel vs. Capcom and entirely different from Power Rangers Legacy Wars, the hit mobile fighting game also developed by Inway. So, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid will also feature a unique story mode and a brand new roster of characters different from Power Rangers Legacy Wars. Thus far, only the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Red Ranger, Green Ranger, and Power Rangers Super Mega Force Yellow Ranger have been announced. More characters will be revealed as the game's release draws closer. And Inway has plans to continue adding characters well past the game's release, though. DLC packs available for purchase. Despite the arrival of a brand new game console, Despite the arrival of a brand new game console game, Inway has no plans to slow down Power Rangers Legacy Wars. The company will continue to develop content for both games, allowing fans to take their Power Rangers gaming experience to console and mobile. Since the acquisition of Power Rangers IP, we've been looking forward to bringing Power Rangers fans memorable experiences. With Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, we're expanding the portfolio of great Power Rangers games to more platforms. Mark Belcher, Senior Vice President of Corporate Strategy and Business Affairs at Hasbro. That was a quote from him. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. That's the biggest thing that happened this week in Power Rangers news. I'm really excited about the game. I had said it in an earlier video that I did last year that I stopped playing Legacy Wars because, there are some things about Legacy Wars that I just do not like. So, my coworker that is also in the Power Rangers, he talked to me. He was like, what, you should give the game another try. And I was like, what, I'll give the game another try. So I just re-downloaded the game this week and I'm sucked back into it. And again, there are still some things with the game that I'm not a big fan of, but I'm still playing it. But now that we have this on console, I am super stoked to get it. Like, oh my God, like I'm gonna be sitting in my living room when I get home from work playing Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. Like, freaking awesome, man. Like, I cannot wait. And also, I did forget to mention that if you do pre-order it right now, there is a Green Ranger V2 that you'll be able to get when you get the game. So and I'll, like I said, I'll put all the information in the description bar about how you can get everything that is going on. What a week in Power Rangers news. Like I said, it wasn't what a lot of us wanted to see and wanted to hear, but I think everybody who is a Ranger fan can, without a doubt say this was one of the coolest things we saw all week. Like I said, again, I know we all want something with Beast Morphers. I think, because I look at that hashtag every day when I'm at work to see, have they said something about Beast Morphers? Beast Morphers. Is there anything about Beast Morphers? Do we know anything about Beast Morphers? Nothing. Going forward, I'm gonna continue to do my Ranger talk. If there's something, I'm gonna try to find a little top. If there's things in there, I'm gonna talk about everything that goes on. I'm gonna try to talk about comic book stuff because I'm actually going to try to get into the comics this year. I'm planning on going to Power Morphicon Express in Pasadena, Texas in April. I'm really trying to go to that. The tickets are available now to purchase. I'll put that in the link as well if anybody's interested in that. What else? Oh, also, so I've already said it. I'm gonna be reviewing Beast Morphers once Beast Morphers premieres, and also what I'm going to do, I'm getting back into the toys. So once the Beast Morphers toys finally do release in the spring, I'm going to review the toys. Now, how this is gonna work, I'm not really big on action figures per se. I may buy 1 or 2 action figures, because back when I was a kid, I can tell you every action figure that I have, starting with Mighty Morphin. I used to have a Kimberly, the ones where her head, where you can flip her head. I had that, but somebody took it. And that was it for Mighty Morphin. For Zeo, I had a Tommy whose head flipped. But when it comes to me with toys, I'm mostly into like the weapons, the morphers, the Zords, because I got a golden power staff for Zeo. I had the Zeonizer. I had a Pyramidas. What else did I have for Zeo? I think that might be it for Zeo that I had. And then when we get to Turbo, I only had a Justin, and he was one of those that could flip. His arms could move, but his arms kind of broke off at one point. So I had a Justin. I had one of the monsters of the day. I can't remember which monster it was. His arms fell off too, surprisingly. Who else? I think that was it. No. For Turbo, I still actually have my rescue Megazord that my mom bought for me. And then for In Space, oh my god. For Power Rangers In Space, I had an Andros action figure, the one where his helmet used to light up. But I played with that helmet so much that the light went out in his helmet. I had that, and I had an Astromorpher, which I don't know whatever happened to my Astromorpher. Hey, if anybody out there knows where I can find an Astromorpher or a Transmorpher, please let me know, because I really, really want one. Like, I love my Astromorpher and I love my Transmorpher. So I had an Andros, I had the Astromorpher, I had the Astro Megazord, which I still have my Astro Megazord, and I still have my Andros, and I had the Mega Voyager. And so the funny story about the Mega Voyager is, if you guys remember the episode where that car, I can't remember what the car's name was, Tankenstein. When Tankenstein destroyed the Mega Voyager, if you guys remember, the Mega Voyager lost one of his arms. Damn, that is so interesting. All my damn toys have lost an arm, but the Mega Voyager lost the exact same arm on my toy that the Mega Voyager lost on the episode, and I never was able to put that bitch back on there. Sorry if any kids are watching this. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to cuss. When I try to do my Power Rangers reviews, my Power Rangers stuff, I try to keep the swearing out of it. Oh my god, I did not mean to say that. So yeah, and then Lost Galaxy, I had Kendricks and I had and Leo action figures. They used to talk, because Kendricks would say Supernova. I had a Transmorpher. What else did I have? I still have the Galaxy Megazord, and that was it. No, I have my Trans Dagger. I still have my Trans Dagger to this day. I remember when I got my Trans Dagger, it was a few weeks before Christmas. Oh my god, I could not wait to open that thing. I really wanted a Quasar Saber, but Toys R Us at that time had sold out of all the Quasar Sabers, and I just had to settle with the Trans Dagger, which I actually love my Trans Dagger. Then we move over to Lightspeed Rescue. I still have the Rescue Morpher. I still have the Lightspeed Megazord. I have the Lightspeed Solar Zord. I have the Omega Megazord. And I have a Carter action figure. And I have a Kelsey action figure. And that was it for them. Time Force. The only thing that I got for Time Force was a Chrono Morpher, which I still have my Chrono Morpher. One of the little things broke off of it. So whenever I put my Chrono Morpher on, it dangles. And that was it for Time Force. And for Wild Force, and Wild Force was actually, nope, I was about to lie. Wild Force is not the last season that I bought a toy. I have the ground phone for Wild Force, and that's all I got for Wild Force, because that's all I wanted was the Morpher. And then the last toy that I bought was for Dino Thunder, and I had the Morph for Dino Thunder. So, you know, like I said, I've been rambling for a bit much, but you know, like I said, Ranger fans, we gonna talk about it till the wheels fall off of it. So in conclusion, what I'm saying is, when Beast Morphers toys do release, I gotta figure out where to buy them. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up having to buy them at Walmart, since there are no Toys R Us anymore, because I don't really want to buy them on Amazon. I have to wait for them to come. I want them in hand and to come home with it. So I will buy the Morpher. I probably might buy 1 or 2 action figures. I'm not committing to that right now, but I know that I'm going to buy the Morpher, and I'm going to buy a Megazord. So when I buy them, what I'll do is I'll just get on camera, and I'll open the package in front of the camera. You know, if it needs batteries, I have rechargeable batteries here, and I put the batteries in there, and I'll play with it for, you know, I'll try it on at the Morpher. I'll try it on, you know, test it to see how it feels, tell how it sounds, you know, just give you guys a thorough review of the toys. So until I see you guys for, you know, something else big with Power Rangers, like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you guys later, Ranger Nation.